Tristan, what did you do the last 2 days? Did you go stir crazy at all?
No, they gave us the opportunity to come into the field, so I got in, moved around a little bit, got the throw. Just tried to stay as locked in as possible. It's kind of weird with the rain out and the off day, but I think just trying to stay locked in. I think everybody's trying to stay in the same mindset. I think coming into today, we're still locked in. We're ready to win.
Other questions for Tristan? Gary, we'll get you the mic. Thank you. Just curious, being born here in New York, growing up in Florida, like where were your rooting interests as a kid?
So I mean, growing up in Florida, I think I'm a Florida boy at heart, but I grew up. I probably shouldn't even say it. I grew up a big fan of the captain, and just kind of everything about New York in terms of I have a lot of family up here, and just how easy it is to interact with so many different people. And then growing up in Florida, I think baseball is just where I love it.
Other questions? Barry, we'll get you the mic.
Considering all that, what's your thoughts on pitching against the Yankees in a playoff series?
I'm out there to win. It doesn't matter who's across the field.
Does it make it any more special that it's the Yankees?
I think I'll be able to brag to some of my family members a little bit more, which will be nice. But no.
We'll go to the second row, and you're right, Tristan.
Hey, Tristan, I know the midges have been back in Cleveland. Have you had any experience with those?
I was at the Browns game on Saturday after the wild card or on Sunday after the wild card series, and they were out in full force. I think, and it was the middle of the day, so I can only imagine when we get back. But I mean, I think it's something that you can't even get around. So you just gotta steel yourself and pitch through it.
When you say they're out in full force, like, what were they like? What kind of challenge are they?
It's like a swarm of mosquitoes, but when you like try to swat them away, they don't care and they'll land on you anyway. I don't even know how to explain it. That's the best way to explain it. They'll land on you, you can kill them, and they'll just stay there.
Have you talked to anyone about, theoretically, if they're around, how to deal with them?
I really don't think there's a way to deal with them. I think you just have to pitch through it.
Thanks.
And far back on your left.
Hey Tristan, what makes Cleveland so effective in player development? It's been a couple of decades now, where just one guy after another comes through the system and succeeds, both as pitchers and position players. What in your experience makes them so effective and successful?
From personal experience, I'd say culture. I think from top to bottom, especially even when I got drafted, I think on this team there's guys that I've got drafted with, I came through the minor leagues with. There's this sense of camaraderie all the way from the bottom to the top, and I think it just aids to guys feeling like a team and moving up together, whereas I feel like a lot of times when you're in the minor leagues, guys can get caught up in being very self-absorbed or kind of only worrying about your career. I think we try and do a good job of building a team.
Other questions for Tristan? Jason, we'll get you the mic.
Having faced the Yankees in the playoffs a couple of years ago, was there anything about that experience that proved a learning lesson going into this postseason, or was it such a unique circumstance that you couldn't really draw much from it?
I think 2020 was kind of weird in that aspect, and I think my outing against them was out of the pen and it was a little shorter, so that for me in itself was a little different. I think coming into this series, it's more just us trying to figure out that this is a good team and how to navigate the lineup.
And then contrastingly, having faced these guys in July, how much do you draw off that, try to repeat it, or do you try to treat it as just completely different since it's a different setting?
I mean, it's definitely a different setting, and there's going to be new rigors and new challenges, especially with the lineup that we haven't seen in a couple of months here. But I think we're going to take some of the stuff that we learned from them in July and use it tomorrow.
Other questions? All right. Paul Whitey, we'll get you the mic.
Tristan, what did you do this year to, cut down on your walks so effectively?
I think attacking the strike zone early. I think a lot of the times in years prior, so 2021 and 2020, I would try to be perfect on the edges early in the counts, and I'd find myself behind a lot. and then trying to work from behind. I think this year my goal and my focus was to get ahead of guys and just force them to put the ball in play. Keep my pitch count down and let the guys work behind me, and I think it just allowed me to have consistency through my starts and cut down on the walks.